On behalf of the Homeless and Housing Coalition of Kentucky, welcome to the 2021-2022 Homes for All AmeriCorps program year. We are so excited to have you representing our program and serving people in need of permanent, safe, affordable, and healthy housing. We wanted to introduce our program staff virtually so you could put a face to the names and voices you've been hearing and seeing over the last few weeks. My name is Caitlin Bottoms, and I'm the AmeriCorps Program Director. I am a proud AmeriCorps alum. I served in this program with the Housing Development Alliance. They are based in Hazard, Kentucky. I love AmeriCorps, and I love what it does for our communities. I think national service is one of the best experiences a person can have. What you will do during this year matters. The energy you put out there matters. And AmeriCorps is an amazing way to funnel that energy into doing something that positively contributes to the community and our world. Members serve in a very challenging field, and you receive a very modest living allowance. It's an enriching experience for those who embrace it, but it's important to have a good idea of what you're committing to, and that's what we'll spend the rest of this video talking about. Holly Dennis is our member coordinator. Holly is also an alum of this program. She served 2 years at Hope Swings in Richmond while earning her bachelor's degree. She is your first line of support as a member, and we are both so excited to work with you. We are here because of you and because of these programs, so don't hesitate to reach out at any time. Our session today is essentially AmeriCorps 101. What is AmeriCorps? Where did it come from? How does this all come together? And where do I fit in as the AmeriCorps member? AmeriCorps can be part of the solution to many of our nation's pressing challenges by bringing together thousands of people of all backgrounds with intensive opportunities to serve their communities and help grassroots organizations meet local needs such as tutoring, conservation, and affordable housing. Before we go any further into today's video, we wanted to explain how to pronounce AmeriCorps. We say AmeriCorps. We're alive and well. You can say it like the core of the earth or Marine Corps. We are not AmeriCorps or AmeriCorp or anything like that. The C is always capitalized, and we always include an S on the end. AmeriCorps covers so many different areas in this country, from housing to education to work with veterans. At the heart of it all, though, there are 4 core values. AmeriCorps is about getting things done, strengthening communities, encouraging responsibility, and expanding opportunity for the people serving in the program and the people being served by those AmeriCorps members. At the end of your orientation and training, each of you will take this pledge and agree to help make people safer, smarter, and healthier. AmeriCorps was created to address issues in the United States, but we know that the effort you will give over this year goes beyond your site or community. It is real and powerful and about more than just our country. The U.S. cannot be alone in this world, and the statements in this pledge will hopefully stay with you long after your service is over. And it is our hope that you'll carry this commitment beyond your service year to make this world a more just and equitable place. The overall concept of national service is not unique to the United States, but the tenets of an organized national volunteer effort in our country is rooted in the Civilian Conservation Corps, an initiative of the Roosevelt administration as a response to the Great Depression. Probably the best known service program in the United States is the Peace Corps, and that came from the Kennedy administration and focuses on volunteers being deployed to projects internationally. The concept of VISTA also came from the Kennedy administration and stands for Volunteers in Service to America. VISTA did not go into effect until the Johnson administration, and it was brought in to address the war on poverty and is often thought of as a domestic Peace Corps. There are 3 major programs under the AmeriCorps umbrella. The largest branch is the State National Program, and the State National Program focuses on direct service. You are a member in one of those direct service State National programs. There are about 75,000 positions each year, with members serving at more than 15,000 locations. There are positions in education, environment, health, housing, disaster response, and so much more. National sponsors include Habitat for Humanity, Teach for America, City Year, and American Red Cross. There are thousands of other nonprofits, schools, and government institutions that host direct service members. AmeriCorps Vista is the AmeriCorps' poverty-fighting arm. It was created in 1964 to address the war on poverty. There are about 6,500 positions each year. Vista members collaborate with low-income individuals and communities to fight poverty by focusing on capacity building. They complete activities like fundraising, grant writing, recruiting volunteers, and designing sustainable programs. NCCC is a team-based residential service program. These members focus on disaster response, environment, housing, and youth. Teams travel in a group to projects in neighboring states. It's open to 18 to 24-year-olds with about 1,100 positions each year. Members travel and are based from one of 5 campuses in California, Colorado, Iowa, Maryland, and Mississippi. AmeriCorps today focuses on several areas. There are hundreds of AmeriCorps direct service programs that address issues related to education, the environment, housing, health. Our Homes for All program focuses on housing, of course. What you see on the screen is just a snapshot of what AmeriCorps is involved in. A few fun facts about AmeriCorps. You are more than one of 1 million individuals that have been with AmeriCorps that have put more than 1 billion hours into their service. The value of education awards earned by members is well over $2.4 billion, and AmeriCorps members have been responsible for mobilizing over 4 million volunteers. One idea that we'll emphasize over and over during your service here is that AmeriCorps is about more than you and your immediate site. We believe that everyone benefits from AmeriCorps. The most obvious are the people that we serve, the people that are experiencing homelessness or housing insecurity, children or youth that would benefit from tutoring or mentoring, the seniors that will now have the ability to age at home, and the many other populations that AmeriCorps works with. At the macro level are the communities and organizations that also benefit from AmeriCorps. When people are more involved and civically engaged with a collectivist mentality, we are all better off. We've seen this idea come to life in so many forms, but most recently, a good example would be when we see how people wearing masks not only protects themselves, but others and the people around them. It ultimately makes their communities safer and healthier. And we know that what we do is about more than just us. It is about our fellow people. Organizations benefit from AmeriCorps because they are able to deliver more effective services to more people. And at the micro level, of course, you as the AmeriCorps will benefit. Each state and territory has a commission that oversees AmeriCorps funds and other volunteer initiatives. Serve Kentucky is our state commission and organizes the 20+ AmeriCorps programs. Homes for All is just one of those many. We are the only program focused entirely on housing and homelessness. There are programs that are involved with education, healthy futures, working with senior citizens, and the environment. Serve Kentucky also seeks to engage Kentuckians in volunteerism to positively impact our communities. The map for the 2021-2022 program year from Serve Kentucky shows that AmeriCorps covers almost the entire Commonwealth. Again, you are part of something so much larger than yourself. There are members spread all over Kentucky, and our hope is that you realize how amazing that is. Even if you see a county that doesn't have an icon in it, we know that several programs have the capacity to serve those counties anyway, which means we have coverage throughout the entire Commonwealth. In case you haven't picked up on the terms we've been using throughout this video, it is a good time to visit the appropriate service language that you will need to use during your year with us. You, of course, are the member. You're not an employee or a worker or a volunteer. You are a really unique position, and that's why we call you the member. You are placed at a service site that is not your job, it's not employment, it's not your work site, you're not going to work, and you're focused on following the activities in your position description. We do not call that a job description. During your service term, as long as you serve every period in the term, you will receive the full gross living allowance amount. It is to support your basic living expenses while in the program. That's why we don't call it a salary or a wage. One of the biggest benefits to serving as an AmeriCorps member is the education award that you will earn after you successfully serve 1,700 hours or 900 hours. This education award can be used to pay qualified student loans or for tuition or student expenses at any institution that accepts federal financial aid or is a Title IV school. Members are also able to put their qualified student loans into forbearance, meaning they don't have to make a payment on the loans while they're in service. And members that successfully complete their service can request that the interest that accrued on their student loans be paid by AmeriCorps after their service is over. Members are also able to access health insurance through our program if they're a full-time member. This coverage is free to you. We pay the premium. The only costs you're responsible for are the co-pays, prescription costs, meeting your deductible, and any other out-of-pocket expense. Members whose household is income eligible can sign up for child care assistance. And then all members are able to access training and professional development, not only through the site that they serve with, but through our program as well. One of the best things about AmeriCorps is that it gives thousands of people the opportunity to learn new skills while serving their community. All of our members bring a number of different experiences and their own wealth of knowledge, but the basic qualifications to serve are the same for all members. We ask members to commit to a one-year term of service. This means they're serving either 1,700 hours or 900 hours. It just depends on the type of position you're in. They're also providing services that aren't just at their site. You'll also provide services through community events, service projects, and other statewide initiatives. That's how you get to your hour requirement. Members have until July 31st of the next year to earn all of their benefits and serve their hours. Members who are exited early, voluntarily, or exited for cause will not receive their full benefits. And we really don't want that to happen because we want you to get everything that you've worked really hard for. Members also have to meet certain eligibility criteria. They must pass background checks, be 17 years or older, either have a high school diploma or a GED or commit to working towards a GED, and there are certain citizenship and residency requirements. The third criteria and the category we'll talk about is all about willingness. Not only an understanding of the tangible benefits of service and your willingness to live on them, but having a willingness to be an active participant in the program. The Homes for All AmeriCorps program is led by an organization called the Homeless and Housing Coalition of Kentucky. HHCK is the only statewide advocacy organization for issues of homelessness and affordable housing. We're a coalition of organizations and individuals working together to eliminate the threat of homelessness and fulfill the promise of safe, decent, and affordable housing for all Kentuckians. In addition to our national service programs, we offer supportive housing programs. This is for individuals that are experiencing homelessness, families experiencing homelessness, and those with disabilities. Referrals for the supportive housing programs are made through the Kentucky Balance of State Coordinated Entry and Referral System. Our programs can serve people across the state and are available in all Kentucky counties except for Fayette and Jefferson, which have their own programs. In addition to the housing programs and our national service programs, we do provide advocacy and education across the state. While service looks differently for each of you depending on your position, type, and your service location, each of you are contributing to our program's mission of building homes and building opportunities. Through this mission, our aim is to provide services to 2,500 individuals, meaning adults and children. The services that can be provided to those individuals range, and they're specific to your position, but they include services like case management, rental assistance, financial literacy, street outreach, housing navigation, housing counseling, homeownership applications, and construction services. Each year, we hope to secure housing for 1,000 of those individuals, meaning we were able to find them housing, or help them stay in housing, or help build their homes, whatever that may look like. We have 38 direct service members and 15 capacity building members throughout the counties highlighted on the screen. Many of our sites are placed in only one county, but have the capacity to serve the entire state. We hope this visual demonstrates how you automatically have a support system built in across the Commonwealth, with members serving all the way in McCracken County, up to Kenton County in northeastern Kentucky, to eastern Kentucky and Boyd County. The majority of your hours will be focused on direct service in one of these 4 service categories. These categories include homeless services, housing services, construction, and other topics like financial literacy. Some of your hours will come from training with either our program or your site, and service projects with our program, other statewide initiatives like we talked about. The only allowable service activities you can count towards your hours come from one of these components and can be found on your member position description that you signed before starting your service or in your member service agreement. We ask the same of every member while they serve in our program and represent AmeriCorps. The most important ask we have of people is that they respect and have regard for those that we serve. We also ask members to demonstrate a service ethic throughout their year with an understanding that we meet people where they're at, that the people we work with and for are people with inherent value and dignity, and we should treat them as such. Housing is a human right. It is not a reward, and we believe everyone is worthy of housing that is affordable, that people have the right to choose where they live, and live fear-free from the many injustices in the housing world. If we can promise you one thing during your service year, it is that you will learn new things. Be willing to have your attitude and beliefs challenged. When you are faced with a problem, try to be solution-oriented. And ultimately, don't forget about communication. It's key to not only working with your clients, but with those at your service site and our staff as well. During your service year, you will experience so many different things. Our advice to you is to show up and be present and mindful while you are serving. Take the opportunity to learn something new or attend a training, go somewhere you've never been before. A member can expect to get out of service what they put into it. AmeriCorps can be very rewarding and impactful and meaningful, but it can also be extremely challenging and stressful. If you are looking at AmeriCorps as a job, which it's not, just as a reminder, but if you only see it as a job or only as something that's going to help you on your resume, it's going to be really hard to continue in service when you're going through those challenges. That's why we encourage you to seek out support. You have support from your site, you have support from Holly and me, and the 37 other direct service members, and the 15 capacity building members that most likely understand what you're going through. Do not isolate yourself during your year of service. AmeriCorps is about community. A few more recommendations for you as you begin your service would be to, again, seek out support from your network. You're also going to need to represent AmeriCorps each and every day, not only with your words and actions, but with what you wear. This means wearing the A. Our program provides gear to you in many different forms, like a t-shirt, hoodies, lanyards, pens, cups, so many different things, but it's ultimately your responsibility to wear it every day. Anytime you have questions, you should look first through our website, our member manual, and when those resources fail you, you're welcome to contact our staff. The dates that you see on your screen have also been shared with you over email, in your member manual, They're on our website and on America Learns. The first date that you need to keep in mind is August 10th. That's our orientation day for all AmeriCorps Direct Service members. If you're listening to this video, you're going to be on that call. If you are a member that provides services to people experiencing homelessness, you'll join us again on August 12th. If you provide housing services to people that aren't experiencing homelessness, like home ownership opportunities or home repair, you'll join us on August 19th. And if you're a construction member, you'll join us on August 31st. You're welcome to attend any of those trainings, even if you aren't a construction member or you don't serve homeless services. But the two most important dates for you to keep in mind are the August 10th orientation and then your specific position training day. Labor Day is the first of 11 holidays that you'll have during our program year. You'll learn more about those during our orientation on August 10th, but we did want to share with you that day is coming up. And then our first monthly program training day of the year will be on September 15th. There are so many resources for you during your year of service. The first is My AmeriCorps. This is the website where you sent your application to us, you signed up on your enrollment form there. It's the website where you will request student loan forbearance. It's where you'll access your education award at the end of the year. It's very important to keep up with during your year of service and even after. America Learns is our reporting and timekeeping system, and you'll get trained on that throughout this next couple of weeks. HHCK's website is something we keep up to date regularly. That's a website you can check out if you ever have any questions or maybe you want some training material or other resources. And if those fail you, you can't find what you're looking for, we're here for you. Take a few moments to write the contact information you see on the screen down and whatever works for you. Maybe it's a planner or a notebook or your calendar. We hope you found this information helpful and informative and delivered in a way that is going to help you to be set up to be successful during this year. Like the pledge says, let's get on to getting things done.